It was a regular day for an Indiana family when an unspeakable occurrence interrupted their lives. 4 men, 3 of whom were armed, barged into their house, inciting a wave of terror and fear. At that moment, a brave little warrior sprang into action, saving the day like his favorite superhero. On Wednesday, September 30th, 2020, the entire South Bend, Indiana neighborhood was shaken by a frightening incident at around 10:30 a.m. Olivia Cruz. One of the many neighbors, appalled by the unexpected turn of events, noted that it was the first time she had heard of something unpleasant since she began living there. In the 500 block of South Grant Street, Tamika Reed and her family were having a typical day, going about their business, when things suddenly went awry. It all began with a knock on the door, and what followed next was a series of astonishing and chilling events. Here's the whole story. A little before noon, Tamika was busy with house chores when she heard a loud noise. To her dismay, 4 intruders, 3 of whom were carrying guns, kicked the door open and broke into her house. Tamika said she was ironing clothes when one of the men forced her to fall backward on the sofa. As a mother, she was naturally concerned for her children's lives and couldn't bear the thought of something happening to them. She particularly feared for her little son, David, who was with her in the room, playing with his toys, when the strangers burst into the house. A terrified Tamika recounted, "My thing was I need to get him out of the house before they do something to my son." While she contemplated ensuring her kid's safety, her 5-year-old son jumped into action, using his weapon of choice to safeguard his mother. David reportedly used his toy trucks and threw them at the hooded men, followed by some quick punches. The incident was caught on camera, and the shocking footage showed the little fighter defending his mom and family. Instead of running for his own life and hiding somewhere, David was seen bravely swinging at the 4 men, determined to keep them from inflicting harm upon his loved ones. The home invaders had something else in mind when they entered through the door and pointed their guns at the residents. But thanks to David's courage and valiance, they failed to hold him and his mom hostage and eventually retreated. According to the police, the intruders fled without hurting anyone or stealing anything from the house. When asked if the little boy's efforts contributed to chasing away the bad guys, Captain Jason Biggs from South Bend Police Department replied in the affirmative. "I believe so. They have a plan in place. They enter a home with a complete intent to rob and steal, and you have a 5-year-old who defends them off and basically forces them out of the home." Per the cops, the intruders barged inside after knocking on the door, which a youngster from inside the house answered. Although Tamika was proud of her little son for protecting her life, the incident still gave her goosebumps. In her words, "I'm still having nightmares. It's hard for me to sleep." Nonetheless, the Indiana mom doted on her warrior boy as she smothered him with hugs and kisses. She called him her little hero, and David flashed a wide grin as he was compared to his favorite superhero, the Batman. He said he wasn't scared for his life and only considered protecting his mom. The South Bend Police Department appreciated David's desire and efforts to protect his family and urged the community members to help them find the armed man. They also made the surveillance video public, hoping to find the responsible individuals as soon as possible. With the intruders on the loose, SBP spokesperson Christine Karsten requested the public to cooperate with the cops so that such crimes could be prevented. In addition to Tamika and the rest of her family, everyone was awestruck by David's brave heart and impressive fighting spirit.